Good evening, and welcome to Calling All Christians. My name is Mike, and today is August 7th, 2020, and it's about 9:10 at night. And I hope everyone had a good day. If you spent it with Jesus, you definitely had a good day, no matter what your day was like. Mine was always a good day. I had a couple of little instances that happened, but the world is getting to be pretty much a pretty crazy place. So the best place to be is with Jesus because it's never crazy around him. The world around, the flesh world around us can be as crazy as heck. But with him, he tends to keep us calm. Sometimes we lose it. I lost it a little bit today. Um, People are they have no common sense. I'm not seeing any common sense from people. They're just totally indoctrinated. Their minds are just gone. I was in a line at Walmart. Now, when you go up in the line, I have my mask under my chin because I have some medical issues. And I normally wear it, just so it doesn't cause a problem in places. But I had it under my chin. And this woman comes up. There was a woman and her daughter in front of me. And another woman comes up. She's already been shopping. So she came in and stood with them. She didn't ask if, she was going to go back in the store with them, which is fine. I really didn't care at that. When we get down the road a ways, now this woman and the little girl and the mother are standing less than a half a foot apart. Okay, it's three people, which I don't care. Don't bother me none. Okay, they wear a mask, so obviously they feel that that protects them, and that's great. So no matter what happens with me, I can't affect them because they got masks on, right? Well, anyway, we get in the line. This woman turns and says, "Could you step back 6 foot?" And I look at her and go, "Whoa!" And I kind of lost it. And I tried to now going in there. Walmart now has a new sign because they've changed it. They posted it on a sign, and if you read the sign, it says all shoppers need to have a mask on. Blah blah blah. Do 6 feet. Blah blah blah. Um, but at the bottom it says unless you have a medical condition, which I do, so I don't have to wear a mask. Now they could say, well, you can't come in then, but that would mean that they're discriminating because the laws on the book say that's discrimination. Okay, you're letting one person in that doesn't have a medical problem, and you're refusing um, entrance for a person that does. So I knew that that was the way it was, and I'm looking at these people, and I didn't think of it at the time because I got into there's a little bit about the Bible, and in Revelations it says, the mark of the beast is 666. Well, if you really think about it, okay, you start looking at this. How many feet do you have to be apart from people? Okay. In other words, a person to your left, you got to be 6 feet apart from them. A person behind you, you got to be 6 feet in front of them. A person to your right, you have to be 6 feet from them. What's the number value? 666 feet, people. Okay. That is the mark of the beast. And the world's accepting it. All right. But what I missed, and I didn't think of it till later, my when she said that to me, I should have said, "Well, I'd be more than happy to be 6 feet apart as long as the three of you get 6 feet apart." See, the 6 feet rule doesn't apply to them. It only applies to those that they say it applies to. It's ludicrous. The whole thing is a joke. So I go up to that. Now I know the door greeter. So he says, the three of them went in, and I went in. I went up to him, and I was, he's usually got a nice personality. Now he must either he heard that and he didn't agree with it, whatever. So when I leave him, he says, "Oh, you got to pull your mask up over your face." I said, so I went out. So another kid comes in. He says, "You got to put that mask on your face." And I said, look, go out and read your own sign. It says if you have a medical condition. And I used to wear the mask just out of a courtesy so that these kind of incidences may not happen. But I will never put one on again, okay? Because these people are all ignorant. They are, without a doubt. And they have not done the research. They're just followers, sheep of the devil. That's what they're doing. This whole thing is crazy, totally crazy. But anyway, so I went in, took the mask off, went in, did my shopping. Nobody else said anything to me. So most people in there, they want to wear a mask. God bless them. It's a free country. They can wear a mask. It's also a free country, and I don't have to wear a mask. Okay, I don't have to wear one because I have a medical condition that if I wear it, it can cause my body harm. Okay, and will cause my body harm. And I'm not into doing that kind of stuff to myself. I got enough problems as it is. And thank you, Jesus, for the problems, because through those problems, now I should have just kept my mouth shut, not said a word. But I've had that one other incident in Walmart long ways back. So, because people do this 6 foot apart thing, it's just crazy. Because they go up and they have a problem with the machine. Who do they call over there? The service rep who walks up. Now you're not 6 feet apart anymore. So you're either going to be 6 feet apart or you're not. Okay? It can't be any other way. They don't want to, Another incident, I was watching one of the videos about Portland, and I guess Antifa now and Black Lives Matter in Portland are now burning Bibles. Okay? I'm thinking, what does that have to do with George Floyd? I thought these things were because of George Floyd. Oh, no. Now they want to destroy religion. They want to destroy jobs. They want to destroy factories. They want to destroy all the stores. They want to destroy the economy. Let's face it, people. They're trying to destroy take away the Constitution in America. We're going to have to stand up to these people. And unfortunately, there may be some real conflict in this. Okay? Actually, I think that's people that are pulling the strings. That's what they really want. They want a civil war. They want people to come out with knives and guns and bloodshed. They just keep pushing it, seeing how far it takes to piss people off enough to actually act. But that's my personal opinion. I don't really. Just from what I see, there's so much stuff happening now all over the world, and mainstream media isn't reporting any of it. Well, they did report on the Beirut, the Lebanon building blowing up. Okay, and if you watch that, somebody did some video. They slowed the video down. You could, in that video, you go to High Impact Flicks. Okay, was that a missile? Okay, that blew up. And if you look at it, definitely, you can see the missile coming right down from the sky. At the same time, as soon as it goes through the cloud of smoke from the fire, it hits the ground, and then you get the mushroom cloud. They have small nuclear weapons that they can use. They've had those for a long time. It just takes out a certain area. People are just uneducated. We've been all lied to. And we bought the lie because we figured nobody would ever do that. But once Jesus opens your eyes and your ears to that lie, then you know, and you can see the deception. And then I think for me, it's so sad because I watch these people and they're probably good people, but they bought a lie and they think that this virus is some kind of, end game or some it's the end of the world. No, it's a flu. Flu. I've lived through 70s, 75 flu seasons, and I've got the flu a few times. I used to take the flu shot. It only protects. Your chances of only 10%, even with the shot. And now they're going to say they're going to come up with some kind of miracle vaccination that will protect you 100%. They're not going to. They'll tell you anything. These people lie all the time. Look, watch some of the congressional things on TV. It doesn't take a genius to understand. They're all playing a game, folks, and that's at our expense. So it's really unfortunate. That's why you've got to stay with Jesus and you've got to get prepared because no one really knows. This thing could mushroom right out of shape and we could have some serious problems. New York, New York setting up checkpoints. Where have we heard checkpoints before? Nazi Germany. Yeah. And there's people coming from COVID hotspots. That's another lie. The testing it's already been proven in Florida. They were only recording the positive results, not the negative. So if they tested 5,000 positive and had 15,000 negative, they just kept the 5,000 positive. That's documented. But did the mainstream media tell you about that? No, they didn't tell you about that. And most people, I think, are just sick and tired of the whole thing. But you can't be because this is real. This is the left, the Democratic Party used to hide all this in the background. Okay. And now they can't hide it in the background anymore. They got to come out and bring it out so you know exactly what they're trying to do. And then you're finding out, like Judge Emmett Sullivan, Flynn's attorney used to rave reviews on Judge Sullivan until he got put in a position where he had to make a choice. Am I a globalist or a patriot? Well, we found out he's a globalist. Okay, the Supreme Court is tainted the same way. These people have infiltrated every single aspect and layer of our society, from your city councils right on up. If you look at some of these people and what they say, your common sense will tell you this person's got no brains. How did they get elected? Well, they got elected because people weren't paying attention and somebody saw the possibility of backing them with a lot of money and getting them elected. Jesus knows all this. Actually, it's all Jesus' plan. So, I mean, in reality, the only one you've got to stay next to is Jesus. He'll take care of you. Will bad things probably happen? Sure, bad things happen to him. So bad things will happen to us. But there's one difference. The bad things that happen to us, we know he's there to help us. The bad things that happen to other people that don't believe in him, then they have to suffer and they have no hope. Okay? Because they don't believe in any hope. This is a spiritual war between the devil and God. Yeah. And the devil right now is fighting to take over this country, to make it the whole world, actually, not just this country. Yeah. Look what they're doing in Australia. Start looking at us. Go look up some things on Australia. You're not going to get it from mainstream. They lock the whole country down again. They go into people's houses. There's some places that the city councils have allowed, if a person had COVID in the house, they allow them to plow under the house, take it right down, take it away from the person and destroy it. This is the same they did in Nazi Germany, communist Russia. It's all the same. Communist China, They're all, it's all about control. Look what they did in Hong Kong. They get sick of the riots and the people fighting for freedom. And they just go in and just wipe it out. Yeah, those people, they're still fighting. But, you know, now they're going for Taiwan. You know, I tell you, there's so much that people don't understand. I saw a video last night of a little girl in England who was sex trafficked. She was 2 years old when they started. Her mother, because of situations happening in her life, figured she needed, to get things done. So she took her daughter and left her with her grandmother. And her grandmother was a Luciferian. And she didn't even know. And this woman took that 2-year-old baby and took her to all kinds of Luciferian cult things. She was sexually abused so badly. She was made pregnant 8 times. Her grandmother performed 6 abortions on her. This little girl, you look at her eyes and you go, oh my God. Her eyes were totally just like, she was now maybe 14. Yeah, these people should be, no prison, just hang them, you know? And I think they had the grandmother on because the court systems are full of these people too, so they let off these people. Just one last one. 3 thieves break into, I think it was in Kentucky, they break into a smoke shop. Now, the smoke shop owner had one of his employees sleeping there to protect the store. These 3 people break in. The kid's got a gun. So he shoots 3 warning shots. I guess he hits one of the people, so the other 2 drag the guy out. The police come. He calls the police. They come. Who do they arrest? They arrest him. And they let the criminals go. And the criminals go on the internet and were smoking weed and laughing how they got away with it. Okay, this is my wife. Okay, I got to go. Love, joy, and peace. Have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow. God willing. Peace.